Hi, Kevin Lemley, criminal defense lawyer here in Central Arkansas, offices in Little Rock, Cabot, and Searcy. All right, so today we're going to talk about when the cops call you and want you to come in for questioning. And we get this call quite a bit every week. Somebody calls in, somebody's accusing you of something, and the cops want you to come in and talk about it. And what do you do there? So our standard advice in this situation is you do not go talk to the cops. You don't say anything, all right? And the reason that we say that is because they've probably already made the decision to press charges against you. They can base this off of any documents that they have or what somebody's come in and said about you. So they already have enough to file the charges and get the case going by the time they ever call you. What they're wanting you to do by coming in is they're wanting to trick you into admitting something, or you're going to say something that doesn't seem like a big deal to you, but it proves the case for them, or it proves the missing link in their case. So they're wanting you to get in to make their case bulletproof, but they're going to lie to you, and they're going to say things like, hey man, I just want to hear your side. I'm just trying to figure out what's going on. And that's total bullshit. They exist just to make arrests and to bring charges, and that's what they're looking at doing. So when you're facing this situation, what we always tell everybody is don't go. Now, even if you hire me, even if I'm your lawyer, what's going to happen is I'm going to call over there and I'm going to say, I represent you. And then they're going to say, all right, well, great, have them come in for questioning. And then I'm going to say, about what? And they're not going to tell me. Or they might tell me like a really high level, but we don't need to be talking to the cops until we need to know in detail what exactly it is you're being accused of and by who and what it's all about. So if they're going to press charges on you anyway, we're going to find out about that later on down the road, and we can find out about it without you going in there and making a bunch of admissions or getting tricked into saying something that isn't exactly right. Now, the other thing you need to consider at this point, if they're looking into you and they're questioning you, you need to plan as if you're about to be arrested. And so what that means is you need to make contact with a bondsman, and anybody near the court where this might be happening is fine. But what you need to do is go visit with them, go, hey, cops are wanting me to come in for questioning. I'm not doing it. So I might be getting arrested soon. That way you want to have their contact information and you want to be able to give it to a family member so they can have it on standby. Because remember, if the cops are going to come arrest you, they're not going to give you a courtesy text or a courtesy call. They're just going to show up somewhere and take you. And then you're being held. So you need to have a bondsman's kind of on standby. You need a family member who can take care of this for you, because you're going to be sitting over in jail, not able to do anything. So you need this to be your wife or your parents or somebody that you trust, somebody that you can count on. And if you're going to have to make a bond, they're going to have to be the person that's going to sign it on your behalf. Actually, they're going to act as the guarantee that you're going to appear in court. So it's a big ask, and you need to make that arrangement and have it ready. And then the other thing you need to keep in mind is you're going to have two big expenditures here, because if the charges come down, you're going to have to pay the bondsman to get out. And so there's two different types of bonds. One is a cash bond, where it might say, all right, cash bond of $1,000. So you just have somebody show up with $1,000 and you get out. But usually what the judge does is they do a paper bond or they do a professional bond. And so it'll be something like $20,000. And so what that means is then your family members got to go to the bondsman. The bondsman is going to agree to be on the hook for that $20,000, but they're going to require payment, and it's usually 10% of that amount. So if it's a $20,000 bond, you'll be out of pocket $2,000 plus this $80 fee. Now, some bondsmen will work with you with smaller payments than others, but generally speaking, when you hear a bond amount, you're going to be out of pocket 10%. And that's just to get you out while the case is pending. You're still then going to have the additional expense of hiring a lawyer, so you're not stuck with a public defender that's just going to do whatever they can to throw you in jail. So it's going to be a lot that's going to be coming at you very, very quickly. But our standing advice is don't go talk to the cops. There's very rare circumstances where we allow that. And then get yourself ready to be able to pay that bond and then be able to hire a lawyer so we can attack this thing head on and either get it dismissed or reduced to a misdemeanor or whatever to protect your freedom. Thanks.